ABBA. ABBA Gold. When ABBA won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo, it was refreshing in the same way that Katrina and the Waves, Maneskin, Lordi and Conchita Wurst were refreshing. Their glam rock satins looked dated, but the song had energy, and they had that blonde one. Some of their attempts to repeat the success of Waterloo succeeded only in being annoying and sounding as unfashionable as they looked. But the song started getting more sophisticated. The first ABBA song I truly appreciated was Dancing Queen. Some say ELO were the Beatles of the 70s and 80s, but I say ELO were too much like the Beatles to be the new Beatles. I would vote for ABBA. As time went on and we learnt more about their breakups and their songwriting production techniques, so I started to take them very seriously. The chirpy nonsense of songs like SOS and I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do developed into songs like Knowing Me, Knowing You, One of Us and Winner Takes It All. The men seemed to be apologising in song and the women just looked so sad. It was the opposite of trivial. I was working in the box office at Wembley Arena posting out tickets mostly for football matches, when ABBA were doing that show where the backdrop and the women's dresses were mounting like blue and white triangles. I finished work and I was able to watch ABBA's sound check. I sat for ages as Benny checked each of the keyboards and then checked each of the backing musicians. Eventually Bjorn came on looking starry with an electric guitar, and he was followed by the two women dressed in dressing gowns and both carrying cups of tea. They all sound checked, and then they brought on loads of school kids to sound check the song I Have a Dream. I don't think I knew that song at the time. While this was happening, a Wembley Jobsworth walked down the aisle and shouted out, "Oi you lot, hurry up, I've got people waiting to come in." I watched that gig on TV. Of their later songs, I'm not that keen on Super Trooper, but I remember being absolutely stunned when I first heard their last hit, The Day Before You Came. But my all-time favourite might be the corniest and most obvious way to end an ABBA recommendation. Thank you for the music. ABBA Gold.